Well, well, well. If it isn't Metroid. Once again, thank God the nightmare of Other M is over, and I can play fun Metroid games again. Until we get to Prime 4. We'll see about that one. Hey everyone, how's it going? Yo, the dread suit looks so good. Oh, good timing, Laura. Nice. Finally. It's only been, like, what, a few days since the last stream? Calm down. Hey, Gesukai, what's going on? Anthony, remember me? No. No one remembers you. Go away. Oh, finally, because we're playing a good game? That's true. I know what you're doing. It's true, I do know what you're doing, Gesukai, but still, it's what I say. It's what I say to people when they show up and we hang out. Yeah, we're doing an earlier stream today, because I have a hard out later today. So, hopefully, we can get through this before then. Which we might, because, unlike all the previous Metroid games that I've streamed, this is not my first time coming back to Fusion. I wanted to scope it out ahead of time, because I tried Special Edition, and I saw some people reporting problems with it, and I think I figured out, like, what the deal is and how to approach it to avoid any issues. It's really cool, by the way. I'll show off some of the stuff for it while we play. But I wanted to just make sure we wouldn't have any problems for this playthrough. So I've actually done, like, a couple of playthroughs of Metroid Fusion at this point. So this time, instead of everyone making fun of Pariah because he's bad at Metroid, now you're gonna see the true Metroid master at work, kinda for realsies. Because I kinda know this game now. My last clear time, the in-game timer, I got it under 2 hours. So how about that? You'll still find a way to mock me? Good luck. Pariah and the normal retail versions of games go together like oil and water. I play retail versions of most games, but if it can be improved, why not? And I definitely think Special Edition for Fusion is awesome. How much do I remember of Fusion? Well, prior to this playthrough, not that much. It's been a while. I mean, pretty much as I remembered, you know, Super Metroid or Zero Mission or whatever. What does Special Edition do? It basically turns it into Super Metroid in terms of, like, being able to sequence break and get stuff out of order and play through the game more efficiently and quickly. It's super cool. Does this mod alter the wall jump? Yeah, you can single wall jump and you can bomb jump. And the missions of the game are, like, built to accommodate sequence breaking, so the game doesn't implode if you do something early. It will just, like, skip to the next, like, scenario of what's supposed to happen based on what items you've acquired. So it works really well. My last playthrough of Fusion, I beat the whole game without doing any backtracking. I never had to return to any of the sectors. Will we play the hack? Yes, I will play the hack, but I'm not gonna do any sequence breaks because sequence breaking Special Edition skips cutscenes. Because, like, if events don't trigger, then you don't get story, you don't get, like, SAX encounters, so it does fuck with that, and, you know, for the story experience, we're gonna do it that way. It's time to start the game. It is time. I will start the game. Give me a sec. Hold on. That needs to appear. There we go. We in. Welcome to Metroid 4, everyone. Let's begin. Samus speaks in Dread, and in this game. So, following off of the amazing story of Other M, also coming back to this game, I'm like, oh wow, AM2R just took a bunch of its assets from Fusion, didn't it? For SR388 and the enemies and stuff. I didn't realize that. I forgot. Is she better written? Yes. I mean, it's nowhere near the nightmare that it was in Other M. You think this game is your favorite OST of the bunch? I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it is good. Actually, I would say the sound effects in this game are not the best. It's kind of too much. What's my fave Metroid? I'm replaying them all now to kind of figure that out. Because my opinion is on many of the Metroid games is played, and now, like, getting into them legit and learning how to do shit fast and whatever. Okay, this is a part that confuses me in Fusion. Someone explain this to me in more detail. So she gets infected by the X, and they, like, go through her nervous system or whatever. But then this. So, corrupting large areas of my power suit. Because, yeah, the X can copy inorganic stuff as well. But then, the organic components of her power suit had become so integrated with her system that it could not be removed while she was unconscious. So they had to surgically remove portions of her suit. What part of her suit is biologic? It's a space suit. What are they talking about? Like, or did the X make them organic? This also, like, kind of doesn't 100% make sense. That, like, okay, Metroids are predators of X. That doesn't necessarily mean their DNA would be able to fight off X parasites, but, like, whatever. That's fine. I just don't understand, like, her suit being biologic. It's a space suit. And then she's got this, and I'm like, is that, like, webbing, the biologic part? Or is that, like, from the Metroid DNA? I don't know what that is. It's also not a good suit design. I don't think the Fusion suit looks good. Thank you, Cancer. I'm not gonna try to read your message because I don't know what it means. But thank you. The baby saved her life again. You love this design? I don't know. The proportions of it, the, like, visor is, like, huge. Ugly colors? I think the colors of it are fine. Someone who dislikes taking orders? What are you talking about, Samus? All you did was take orders last mission, and you had no problem with it. Makes her recall her other CO. Oh god. You love this design too? Really nice colors? I don't know. Like, in the sprites, it looks fine most of the time, but, like, in the artwork of what the Fusion suit is supposed to look like, I'm like, I don't know, it just has like this singular, no details, just like this wash of color on top of the spacesuit that looks weird. And this is where some of what comes in later games, like Other M, comes from, with this game telling you where to go and what to do all the time. And unlike Zero Mission, you gotta listen to it. So as you can see, you can wall jump like Super, which definitely lets you sequence break a bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, I can't do that right now. Oh wait, not up here. This way. Floatiness is back. I mean, it's pretty tight. It's similar to Zero Mission. You can tell we're talking about the sound effects. There's barely been any sound effects yet. What are you talking about? Yeah. This is a little bit of the confusing stuff that Other M had bad, is you're like, well, what did that do? Where do I go now? You just go back, because it's the only place to go, just to hit the nav computer again. That's not great. That's some of the stuff in this game they're like, I wish I could just go places, you know? Rather than the game having to tell you, no, come back here so I can tell you where to go. Whoa, Rockin' Sock'ems, thank you. PSA, anyone want to play the JP version of Fusion? Version of ROM hacking bugs out the ending screen behavior. Metroid Construction Forums have a better hack. Well, thanks for the info, Rockin' Sock'ems, and thank you very much for the donation. See, that doesn't make sense. Metroids were the predators of X, and that's why the vaccine worked. That's not how being a predator works. Okay. Enough of that. Actually, not enough of that. The game immediately has more shit to tell me. Metroids are basically antidotes. I guess it depends on, like, how the predatory nature of the Metroids on the X works. Like, maybe the DNA that Samus got from the Metroid is, like, whatever allows them to not have the X, like, you know, absorb and copy their cells. Like, if that's the part that she got from the Metroid DNA, I guess you could say that makes sense. Okay. See, like, I really didn't need this. I could have just explored on my own, and I would have gotten there eventually, you know? But the game has to tell you where to go. I'm guessing this is in response to Super Metroid, because probably some people had issues with that game getting lost. I got lost when I first played it. Oh, dude, Adam Malkovich. That guy sounds cool. He called her Lady on missions. She named this computer voice after her dear friend, Adam Malkovich. You know, thinking about it, even though it's a prequel, Other M also fucks up this game, doesn't it? I didn't need to hit this computer. Because in this game, Adam Malkovich is just some dude that apparently was pretty cool that Samus really trusted and really liked. And now we know that Adam Malkovich is that character from Other M, and you're like, ooh. Oh my god, so much listening to the goddamn computer. It slows down when you get more into the main game. So is the Metroid manga canon or secondary canon? It's super canon, but you are better off ignoring it. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Trust me. And you actually can ignore it. For the most part, it really doesn't matter and doesn't add anything, like, critical or important. So yeah, just ignore it. Just like Other M, it is literally the same, and of the same level of quality in its storytelling. You don't know much about Metroid's story and lore? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to do a video on it. Why is Metroid manga so bad? Because it's just the same thing as fucking Other M. It's just more of that shit. It actually came before Other M. Other M is more of that. So yeah, I can do a little bit of that in this. That's cool. Let's go, Fusion. Love this game. I do too, actually. Revisiting it, I'm like, wow, I actually like this game way more than I did before. And I already liked it before. But I think this game is really well designed. How's the volume, by the way? Told you I've been playing. I know what's up. Volume works well? Alright, sweet. Give me that shit. Good thing the random soldiers aren't here. Yeah, where's Anthony during the events of this game? That's what I want to know. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, thankfully, the manga and Other M, we can all just pretend don't exist because they don't matter. Okay, so now we head back. All your homies love Anthony? I don't think I can get along with your homies. Hold on, gotta hit the computer. See, and that's the other thing with Other M, is that, like, it's just a do-over of this game, where it's like, we're on a space station that's, like, researching different creatures and trying to recreate their environments or whatever. I don't know, and, like, all the shit with Adam Malkovich and everything, I don't know why they felt the need to redo this game, basically. Oh, look at that. I don't know where they got that. Somehow they acquired Ridley's corpse from Zebes when it blew up? Or maybe it's just another of his species? I'm not sure. Playing Other M first kind of robs Fusion some of its sauce? Yeah, you should just not play Other M. Just don't. Metroid is full of iconic characters. Samus, Ridley, Anthony. Yeah, right. Oh, canonically, that's supposed to be Ridley's leftovers from Other M. Fucking Christ. Fuck. I prefer going, how did his remains get recovered from Zebes? That's better. Okay. So this game is, like, pretty, like, level-based, in a way. But I actually think that, like, in terms of, you know, people obviously prefer, like, the super interconnected map of, like, Super Metroid. But I think doing this level-based structure and style, they did it incredibly well in this game. Better than, like, Metroid 2, I would say. Like, you don't just go to areas and explore, you get little missions like this. Do I like Claire Expedition 33? I have not played it, nor do I really have any interest in playing it. It's not my kind of game. I think that's, yeah, that's a green door. You like Fusion despite it not being interconnected? Yeah, I mean, I think it's still really good without being interconnected. Like, you know, it's kind of weird going from Super to this game, where, like, Super, deliberately they built in, like, you can do stuff out of order, you can get to places earlier than you're supposed to, and get stuff earlier than you're supposed to. But then for this game, they're like, fuck that shit. Absolutely not. You have to do things the way we want you to do them. Fuck you. Like, it's the complete polar opposite attitude from Super Metroid, which is a little weird. But they pull it off really well. But then you play Special Edition, and it brings that stuff back, and you're like, oh wait, this is sick. Because then you can just play it either way. You can play without doing the sequence breaks and do it as intended and get a good experience, or you can play it like Super Metroid and also get a good experience that way, because then you get the intricate routing and all that shit. It's a good time. This game's really fucking good. I would actually say that, like, I think the overall, like, world and map design of, like, Super Metroid is better, and probably Zero Mission also. But I think the, like, individual rooms and the level design of this game is probably stronger than Super Metroid. Maybe not Zero Mission. I think Zero Mission is really good with its design. But I think all the layouts here and, like, the challenges and, like, how they make you use your new upgrades and everything is really strong here. Linear design helps the horror elements. I mean, I guess. I think that the praising of, like, the horror of this game with the SAX is, like, really overblown. This game is certainly not scary in any way, but whatever. You know, it's like Metroid, where they do, like, little moments of kind of horror-y stuff, but it's not really a horror game. They just try to have, like, a creepy atmosphere at times. I mean, I'd say Dread with the Emmys does the best job of, like, achieving the kind of light horror vibe that they've gone for with Metroid. Because, like, when you're being chased by the Emmys, and, like, even when you get the like, Hyper Beam or whatever the fuck it's called, like, the way they chase you down and they, like, slowly walk at you, like, it kind of has some of that, like, there's a fucking slasher coming for me vibe. Doesn't have to be scary, the vibe it creates is immaculate. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Whatever. You know what? I agree with Sona Rabbit that I think Other M is a much scarier game than this. So yeah, climbing. Super Metroid style. It's fun. Maker Steam initially wanted to do a Fusion remake. Well, I mean, for one, yeah, I don't think this game really needs a remake. I think it's, like, this version is perfectly fine. But also, it makes more sense to do 2, because, you know, they had done Zero Mission. So I think clearly in Sakamoto's head, it was like, let's bring the first 2 Metroids up to the level of, you know, Super and Fusion. And they did that with Zero Mission, and probably in the plans was, let's do Metroid 2, but then they got hung up on Dread and Other M, so they didn't get to it quickly. So then when Mercury Steam comes around, they're probably like, alright, now we're gonna do it. Now we're gonna do the Metroid 2 remake. So it makes sense. Nowadays, considering all the best versions of every Metroid game, Super Metroid feels the most outdated. I think that with Redux, it's totally fine. It'd be cool to see a Mercury Steam Super Metroid remake. I really don't think Super needs a remake. Yeah, look at this, fuckers. I know where all the shit is. We're gonna plow through this fucking game. There's some goofy stuff going on in that Redux stream. Was there? I mean, the only goofy thing happened was that I wasn't saving, but that was on me like an idiot. Oh, are you talking about some of, like, the, physics change stuff and how that affected some of the things? Because, yes, I did go back and play Super with the normal physics, and I do think it's better that way. Also, I turned off the, healing and getting your ammo refilled at checkpoints, and I also think it's better that way. That crazy shine spark was absolute madness. Yeah, I turned that off too. So I made it like much more like authentic and, you know, original. And yes, I much more enjoyed it that way. Yeah. If Super was released today, there would be a lot less indie games. That's true. If not for Super Metroid, an entire genre wouldn't exist. Also, speedrunning wouldn't have taken off the way it did. I mean, Super Metroid wasn't, like, the only game that, like, pushed speedrunning forward, but when I think of, like, speedrunning, when I think of AGDQ, I think of Super Metroid. I don't know, what was another, like, early game that really pushed, like, speedrunning as a thing? Worse, there'd be more roguelikes. Mario 64? Nah, like, people just started doing that. I'm talking about, like, a game like Metroid where, like, speedrunning is built into it, and so there was, like, real motivation for players to try to do it. Oh yeah, Resident Evil. Yeah, that's true. Resident Evil had the speedrun stuff built into it. Oh yeah, didn't the original Dooms also clock your time? I don't think it had a rating or reward system, but they did time you. Oh god, her thoughts turn to Adam. Any objections, lady? See, it does come from here. Thank you, Cancer. VOD watchers are people too, by revoting. Well, later, Cancer. VOD watchers are actually the true people. Live viewers, you know, some would say are second-class citizens. I would never say that, but I've heard it. Lots of old games rated you by your clear time? Yeah, but people never cared in most of them. The SAX. See, that's actually something interesting coming back to this game that I found is like, you know, obviously Metroid takes a lot from Alien, but I would say this game actually, I would say this game takes quite a bit from Predator, actually, with the SAX, because the SAX is basically the Predator. And the way it juxtaposes, like, where you were versus where you are now. You know, in, before, you were the badass going around killing all the Metroids with your ice beam and whatever. Now you are the Metroid, and you're being hunted by the big badass with all the gear. Which is just like Predator. Which, by the way, Predator, good fucking movie. You've never watched Alien, and as a Metroid fan, you're probably missing out. You should watch Alien and Aliens, and then stop. One of the promotional posters even uses the word Predator. Yeah, there you go. I just drew that connection just from, like, the way the game is built, but I don't know if that was a real influence, but I would imagine I could see it happening. What about the sequels? No, don't. I mean, if you want to see how it influenced Metroid, you can definitely see more Metroid influence in, like Alien Resurrection and Prometheus, but it's mostly bad things. You like Alien 3? Really, Sona Rabbit? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your username, by the way. Oh, you hear that? Those clanky footsteps. If you want Alien 3, play Isolation. Alien Isolation never really looked very good to me, to be honest. I think that's a save room? Yes. I don't know, those kinds of horror games where it's just like, sneak around, run from the chaser, hide. Not really that interesting to me. Oh yeah, so here's a good example of some of the coolness of Special Edition coming in. Can't get this. Need to get high jump. And in normal fusion, you're fucked. In this... Hold on. Bomb jump timing is hard to dial in this. Haha! Super cool. Told you I was fucking playing this game. Metroid Master for realsies. Motherfuckers. The bomb timing is so different compared to Zero Mission. It's different in, like, every game, honestly. World record pace. Doing okay. I mean, I'm not actually trying to do a speedrun or nothing. Just playing the game. This is just after doing multiple playthroughs of it. So I know there's a thing right here. Knowing you'd have to encounter the SAX multiple times during your playthrough made you hold off playing Fusion? Really? You were scared of the big bad SAX? Yeah, I guess when you're a kid, it could be scary. I was scared of, like, fucking... some, like, big fish in a Frogger game when I was a kid that chases you in one part. But that was just my thing about big fish. They creepy. Oh, yeah. You love the music for Sector 2 a lot? It's okay. Not really in love with it. Okay, this, I can do this now, but it's a pain in the ass, so I'm gonna come back with the high jump. There's a big fish in Ape Escape. The original? I have not played the original Ape Escape. I played Ape Escape, like, 3? I think? I played one of them. It was either 2 or 3. I think it was 3. It was the one that was, like, I think it was themed after, like, countries around the world. It was okay. I didn't love it. If I played it as a kid, I'd probably like it a lot more. But I played it, like, a few years ago, and I was like, eh, it's okay. The Yetis in Ratchet 2 scared you as a kid? Yetis in Ratchet 2? I'll be honest, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't played Ratchet 2 in a long-ass time. What else scared me as a kid in games? You know what fucking scared me? Literally made me turn off the game. When you're playing Twilight Princess in the Forest Temple, and you encounter that first fucking Skulltula. That fucking scared the shit out of me. Fucking giant fucking spider thing. Spiders in general, like big spiders in video games, that scared me a lot as a kid. Ah! You were scared by the Mike Wazowski enemies from Rayman 2? Oh, yeah, those. Yeah, that was a scary part, actually. The Land of the Living Dead, when you're being chased by Jano and shit. Yeah, that was scary. Fighting this condom monster, Metroid, maintaining its its themes on that stuff, like Alien. Ah! The mummy things from OOT are still scary? Oh yeah, Redeads. They scared me in OOT. They scared me in Wind Waker. Don't let the contraceptive bag you up. Alright, got the high jump. And in Special Edition, you can get here. Although, I'm just showing this, you can't actually do this room. I mean, you theoretically could do this room, because you can get power bombs early here, but this floor is a breakaway floor. However, you have like a 2-frame window where you can jump on these before they break. So theoretically, you have to like run across like 5 layers of them, but theoretically, you could do that right now. Do I still hate the bosses in the game? You think it probably has the best Ridley fight? You are insane. This game has, like, the worst Ridley fight. I think this is power bombs? Yes. There she is. There it is. I guess it's not really a she, because it's a bunch of blobs shaped like a lady. It's not excruciating with low missiles like Super? Nah, strong disagree with that. It is excruciating with low missiles. From what I have experienced, Ridley in this game, like, unless you manipulate his AI, he can just fuck you up, and there's nothing you can do about it, because he has this giant fucking hitbox, and he just, like, moves on top of you, and you're fucked. Yeah. Look at that shit. Even with max stats weapons? Well, the thing is, in a lot of these, like, many of the bosses you can just power through and just, like, DPS race them. But I tried to do, like a low percent where I didn't have a lot of stuff, didn't have a ton of health and missiles or whatever. And so, like, trying to dodge Ridley in this game is a fucking nightmare. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is where the shit really begins in Special Edition, because you can't get here normally. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to show it off. So doing this, you can get power bombs early, and that opens up a lot of the game to you as you play through it, and lets you do a lot of stuff earlier than you're supposed to. And if you go this way, which obviously you can just get up here, that enables you to get the plasma beam and the space jump right now, which allows you to do a whole lot of kooky shit. The mod dev should have written a ton of new dialogue to accommodate all these skips. What happens is it just will, like, skip the event. So, like, at the part when you need to return to the lava area for the reactor meltdown, that just doesn't happen. We just skip to the next event. Or if you get power bombs, you don't free the animals. So stuff like that, which is why I'm not doing any skips, because we want to see all the events, right? And do the full story and whatever. This is when you realize the game's not meant for super wall jumping. It's not, but none of this is not stuff that, like, Super Metroid didn't let you do, and it was fine in that game, and I think it's fine in this game. But I would say not for your first playthrough. For your first playthrough, you should do everything as intended and, you know, get the full story and everything. I think that's everything, right? Oh, wait, no. There's a thingy up there. Oh, yeah, also this is the way. I was just heading back down. A version of Other M where you can disobey Adam. I don't think Other M can be salvaged at all. Dip. Okay, jump over the thing. Am I cool enough to do that crazy-ass Shine Spark challenge in Sector 4 for the secret message? I don't know what you're talking about, but I did 100% this game once, so I probably did it. And I feel like I remember it being the worst thing ever. See, thankfully the AI does not fucking blather as much in this once you get into the levels. Damn, Sam is pretty full of herself. Before the SAX learns of its potential and threatens the universe, Sam is saying that she could threaten the universe if she wanted. There's a secret message where Sakamoto's literally telling you, I wonder how many people actually see this screen. That's funny. You think they were clearly going for a can you trust your superiors? But in Other M, the answer is yes. Like, and there's never any moment that challenges that. It's just do what Adam says. He's always right. And then apparently he is. Oh, it finds the SAX fascinating. See, this actually works really well in AM2R. Because in AM2R, they added this thing, so that way you encounter it. And then it's like, oh, this is an X mimicking a creature from SR388. Have I played Shapes and Beats? No. Adam on Summit, I admire its purity shit. I think this is... Yeah, can't do that right now. Am I going to watch the Tomodachi Life Direct tomorrow? I am, with Gesukai. I will not be streaming it, sorry. But I hate you all. I'm kidding, mostly. That's the way back. Look at this. This is gonna be a fucking speed run. Metroid Master hates his chat. Damn right. Y'all made me play Bubsy 3D. That is unforgivable. This might be a hot take, but Nightmare is your least favorite boss in this game? That's not a hot take. Nightmare fucking sucks. RE9 previews are in. People seem to like it a lot. I mean, maybe I've gotten too trusting of Capcom these days, but I'm like, yeah, obviously. It's the new Resident Evil. They're always amazing. You'll take Nightmare over that damn spider? That thing kind of sucks too. It's kind of like a cool and like clever design for a fight, but it can be a bitch. That's for sure. Especially when you do it at the very beginning of the game and you have very little health and no super missiles. Nine is the most hype you've ever been for any RE title? Damn. I haven't even watched any gameplay of it. Because I'm just like, whatever, it's the new Resident Evil. I know it's probably sweet. What more do I need? It's a continuation of Leon's gameplay from 4? Well, 5 was already that, basically. Or do you mean it's a continuation of his gameplay from 4 Remake? Because I have not played that. That is true, Sparky. Fusion getting released, I think, on the same day as Prime. Which, like, on one hand, for Metroid fans, that's pretty sick to get, like, 2 of the best Metroid games released on the same day. But from the general public perspective... Yeah, I could see why Prime would overshadow this game at the time, because this is just another Metroid, kind of. It's not all new and shiny like Prime is, even though it's a better game than Prime. Now, is that a hot take, that this is better than Metroid Prime? Might be. I don't know. This boss is hard to dodge because his attacks start up from off-screen. Loudest boss ever just dropped. Yeah, this game is loud. This music's kind of sick. It is really good. Yeah. This part of the fights is always kind of dumb. The, like, killing the X core. Like, I don't get it. What is that Metroid Prime 4 thing? Is it that bad? I mean, I haven't played it, but from what I hear, it's pretty bad. On hard mode, killing that core is tense. Is there a hard mode in this game? Do I have a favorite game based on a Western cartoon? That Samurai Jack game from a few years ago was pretty fucking rad. In the JP release, there's a hard mode? Oh, okay. I have not played that. Special Edition has its own hard mode. I don't know if it's the same as the Japanese hard mode or different. I'll probably give that a whirl. I think this is a save room. Yes. You know what's another good licensed game based on a cartoon? Fucking Aladdin. Both versions are good, but anyone who knows anything about anything knows that SNES Aladdin is where it's at. Hard mode infusion is the same as hard mode in ZM. So that's like half resources and double damage. And I think in ZM you also do half damage to the enemies, I think. If I recall correctly, which I might not. Transformers War for Cybertron. Oh yeah, that game's cool. I guess technically that's not based on a cartoon. That's just like the Transformers license, you know? It's like its own original take on Transformers or whatever. The director of the SNES Aladdin admitted the Genesis version was superior. Well, one, no. I don't care what he thinks. Secondly, the director of the original is goddamn Shinji Mikami. Or not the original, the SNES version, I should say. Devastation? Yeah, Devastation's good. Let's see if I can do this. No! I fucked up. I was trying to get up here and then shine spark through the water so it'd be faster. I blew it. See, and Zero Mission is chock full of stuff like that, like little opportunities for, like, optimizations. That's really cool. This is weird. I don't understand this. Like, why did... What? Why was that? What was that? Samurai Jack Battle Through Time is the shit. It's a pretty fucking sick game. It was actually one of the first games I ever covered on my channel back when no one watched. You know what's another thing about Dread in retrospect? Sorry, I'm distracted by trying to read the game and chat at the same time. In retrospect, playing Dread, you're like, while you can thankfully ignore Other M, at the same time, Dread does kind of feel like a response to a lot of the criticism of Dread, and even some of the stuff with this game, Because in this game, you have the AI telling you, like, Samus, you gotta go here and do this. You gotta do these things. Samus, listen to me. Let me tell you what to do. And then Other M does that even worse with fucking Adam Malkovich and the daddy issues. But then in Dread, they like flip that, where the AI telling you what to do is like, you have to do what I say, Samus. You suck and you're really weak. And then it's Ravenbeak, and you're like, fuck you. But also, he's like your other dad because of the weird AI or the DNA stuff. So then it's like kind of a subversion of Other M from like, my dad is always right and I have to listen to him all the time. Now it's like, that shit sucked. Forget what your dad says, you're awesome. You know? Plus, you know, they made Samus not horrible. Yeah, exactly, Sparky, which is in sharp contrast to Other M, and I feel like that's a deliberate, like, trying to make right what we'd made wrong in the last game. Oh yeah, here's another thing. So, if I had power bombs, I could go this way, and I could get super missiles without having to do almost any of this area. Here's another thing. Oh god! Fucked up. It's fine. Since I've done playthroughs, I know I can make this. Because it's not that far. Look at me! Look at me going into Varia errors without Varia. You never would have seen this on a first-time Pariah playthrough. Even if Dread could be considered overcorrecting from Other M, still absolutely cathartic experience. No, I don't really have a problem with it. It's just funny to me, like, now playing Other M and this game, and being like, oh, some of the context of what they're doing in Dread makes a lot more sense when it's like, oh, they're trying to address the criticisms. Got it. Oh yeah, check this shit. That's cool. That's some cool shit. See, that's the kind of stuff that, like, Zero Mission is chock full of, which is what makes Zero Mission so awesome. Aha. Sakamoto expressed his desire to make a full game about Samus and Adam way back in 2003. And that's where the problem started. He made this fucking character that is only mentioned. It's just Samus talking about this Adam Malkovich guy, and you're like, whatever, who cares? And then it becomes the crux of fucking everything. Because Sakamoto got it in his head that this is such a great idea. I think there is a thing in here. Pretty sure one of these floor tiles has a speed booster thing. Oh, no, you just bomb it. There we go. Sakamoto reminds you of Izuka so much. Where you just have terrible ideas, but you made the really good game before, so everyone just goes with it. So yeah, here's a good example of what you can do in Special Edition. Going down here and then to the left, all that, that's for the cooldown. You normally cannot do that. Like, you physically cannot do that area right now, but in Special Edition you can. So I could go there, and then I don't have to come back to this sector. I could do it all at once. But I'm not going to. No one has a perfect record of making stuff? Probably someone. Sakurai? Well, he's never made a bad game, but he's had bad parts in his games. Many of the devs that worked on Prime 4 were from 343. That would explain some of the things, wouldn't it? In a really awful way. Aonuma's never put out a truly shit Zelda. What's he done besides Zelda? What did he do before that? I don't know what he did before. I think Ocarina of Time was his first Zelda game. Though most well-made games have bad parts. That's true. That's true. This boss took me fucking forever the first time I played this game. I have such distinct memories of fucking hating this thing. Only worked on random stuff before OT, only 3 games. Wow. Guy just came out swinging with Ocarina of Time. Bam, just like that. Metroid Master. Y'all were doubting. Does anyone want to fucking admit? All you had your doubts. Oh, Pariah's the Metroid Master. Blah, blah, blah. What now, motherfuckers? What do you gotta say now? Nothing. That's fucking right. Yeah, no one has nothing to say when I'm fucking killing it. You can do better. Fuck you. He was involved with the DS games? Ooh, yeah. Not so great on those ones. Pre-played, it doesn't count. That's right, all the Metroid speedrunners, it's their first run. You'll laugh hard if I get a game over. Alright, chat. You wanna play games? Let's have a bet. I bet that I'm not gonna die a single time on this playthrough. I guess what are the consequences of the bet, though? What happens if I do die? Not that it matters, because I'm not going to. Ew. Eggman video? I don't even have anything to say. I talked about all the Eggman stuff that I wanted to talk about in the IDW video, basically, when I was talking about how I don't like how they handle Eggman. Pariah plays the entire GTA franchise? Fuck no. My Eggman rant is extremely iconic on Twitter. In the Frontiers video? I don't remember what I talked about with Eggman on the Frontiers video. Oh, is it when I'm talking about how Eggman, like, is a representative for humanity? Oh, yeah, yeah. When I was talking about how it's inappropriate for Eggman to have kids he cares about. Yes, because it is. Oh my god. The secrets. The betrayals. People don't like when you diss their wholesome found family dynamics. Not even found. Eggman created Sage. It's kind of weird when you think about it. It's got dating ChatGPT energy. I adopted ChatGPT. That tiny little cutscene is cooler than the entire script of Other M. That is literally true. It's like Adam the AI adopting Samus. Oh god. It's like how Plankton married his computer. That is true. Plankton did marry his computer. He was the first. Before all the Japanese people started doing it, there was Plankton. Before Guy spends $50,000 on his wedding with Miku, there was Plankton. This area, by the way, is very changed in Special Edition. If you look at this area normally, it's supposed to be like, oh, it's super dark here, Samus, be careful. But it's not actually dark in the original game. And I didn't even realize that until I looked at footage of the original game. I'm like, oh yeah, what the fuck? Why is this area not dark at all? Like, they still have the spotlight around you, but it barely does anything. What does this mod change? A lot of things. Gameplay mostly, the map, some sprite work. Karen's one of the best characters in SpongeBob Real Talk. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't argue with that, but also I would say, who's not a great character in SpongeBob, really? Oh yeah, here's another thing. You can powerbomb this and skip this scene. If you powerbomb it, the SAX just shows up and starts chasing you. Whoa! I don't even know if it does that much damage to you, but, you know. Oh no, Dark Samus? No, this is the other Samus. It's actually not hard to avoid the SAX, like, almost completely. Except for, like, the points where, like, you have to get caught by it. But, you know, this was their first time trying these, like, stealth, hide from the thing sections. I'd argue they didn't really get it right until Dread. But I'll take this over the Zero Mission part of Zero Mission, because that... not great. Which is the better Dark Samus? Well, Dark Samus in Prime does have a really cool design. I would have to revisit Prime 2 and 3 to, like... because the SAX thematically works really well in this game. I don't know what the hell the deal is supposed to be with Dark Samus. Other than just, it's the bad guy. I haven't even talked about it, but I do like how in this game, all the bosses... like, because they're X that have absorbed these things, they, like, use your gear against you. That's cool. Dark Samus is not in Prime 1? Well, technically. Dark Samus is just Metroid Prime. So, there you go. Also, this suit is fucking hideous. I don't know who decided on the vomit color scheme, but... not good. Do I think the Dread team could do a Super Metroid remake on Switch 2? I mean, could they? Sure. Should they? Absolutely not. I would rather they just make another new Metroid. At this point, I don't think we need any Metroid remakes. I think we're good. What more could you possibly want? I guess the only thing I would want, not remakes, but it would be nice if we got Prime 2 and 3 remastered. So they'd be up to the same level as Prime 1. But I feel like after the failure of Prime 4, that's probably not going to happen. Need a port of Samus Returns to Switch? That's true. Do need that. Hunters could get a remake? I guess, but let's be real. Does anyone care that much about Metroid Prime Hunters? Okay, here's another thing. I don't have power bombs. If you do, you can go to this area right now, which is the lab with the Metroids, where, like, the end of the game, nearly. And you can do that part early, and you can get the screw attack super early. And that really opens up the game a lot. Pretty cool. What's so special about the Prime series? They're good. Oh yeah, this thing. That's a funny gag. People need a Hunters remake to get all the super important Silex lore? I guess you could make that argument. But that means we also need Federation Force for Switch, so we can get the story context from that too, right? That's important also. Hey, pro tip, don't put, like, important story and lore in crappy spin-offs that no one wants to play. One thing this game is definitely not as good as Zero Mission is the way back. In Zero Mission, they do a good job of, like, sending you to different areas on your way back or giving you lots of new stuff to do. This game does that okay sometimes. Sometimes it is just literally go back the way you came. So that could be better. You know what you do for Federation Force? You do a Hunters remake, and it's like, you know, Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. You do Metroid Prime Hunters Remastered plus like a little Federation Force campaign where it's not Federation Force, but it's like an adaptation of that where it's like more traditional Metroid Prime, but you play as like a trooper and it quickly does the story of Federation Force. That'd be okay. That'd be kind of cool. Oh yeah, freeze missiles, which is much better than the ice beam. Because then you don't accidentally freeze stuff when you don't want to all the time. Because that happens quite a bit in the other games. Crazy how Other M story was so bad it retroactively made this game's story worse. I know, right? Literally. Anytime Samus talks about Adam Malkovich in this, you have to fucking think of a stupid-ass idiot. Samus can never use the ice beam again due to her horrible ailment. That is true. I feel like a part of this is like, you know, she does have that thing at the beginning of the game where she crashes her ship and gets horribly injured or whatever. So I feel like it's like, I guess you could say it's a disease or an accident, you know, something like that where someone gets really fucked up and so they feel like they can't do what they used to be able to do. Like maybe the SAX represents that a little bit. It's like taking a shit so big it turns the whole neighborhood into a crater. That's why you're best off just don't read the manga, don't play Other M, just pretend it doesn't exist. It's better for everyone. I still don't love the Adam Malkovich stuff in this, but it's better, like, without the context of Other M, and it's just some dude that Samus used to know. Though I still think it's unnecessary. Honestly, you know what I think would have been better? I was thinking about this while I was doing one of my playthroughs. Because they do the whole, like, AI telling you where to go shit, and then it turns out that it's a betrayer or whatever, and, like, the whole Adam Malkovich stuff is, like, the point of it, plot-wise, is you realize, oh my god, the AI is Adam. And then he helps you out, and he goes against his, like, directive as an AI or whatever. But, like, it's just weird that we introduced this new character just for this, like, convoluted-ass setup, you know? And I was thinking perhaps a better way that we could achieve this whole thing while, like, keeping that element in there that might be, like, more thematic to Metroid and, like, pertain to Samus in a way that doesn't just feel like, okay, so here's some guy, apparently, that's really important to Samus. What if the AI was based on Samus's mom? What about that? And then interacting with the AI, it reminds her of her mother. And she names it after her mom. And then, you know, all the same basic things happen, but instead of being some guy that apparently was important to her, it's her mother. And then that ties in with the whole mom stuff that they like to do in these games. You could call the game Other M. No, the mom we get in that is fucking Madeline Bergman. Because she's the mom to Melissa, MB. And don't forget that Mother Brain... This is a fucking one of the many stupid things of the manga that I forgot to talk about when we were playing Other M. Mother Brain is kind of technically one of Samus's moms. Because as we know, Samus has 5 dads, and she has 2 moms. Because in the manga, they explain some... This is why the manga's so fucking bad. They explain that the Chozo created Mother Brain to, like, basically run their civilization for them. So, like, Mother Brain makes all the decisions and operates the Chozo and does everything for them. Ultimately to its own machinations to try to take over the universe. But it means, like, the decisions to, like, train Samus and give her all her gear, it all came from Mother Brain. Mother Brain created Samus. So she's Samus's mother. And other terrible shit in these fucking games with all that crap. That's why they call her Mother. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They did another. You fucking hate this series stories so much. You know, and it's gonna be weird when I do the video. I'm trying to think of, like, how to structure the discussion, because it's, like... It's so fucking bad. But, it's like... When you just play the games, just the main games, and not fucking Other M and not the manga, it's fine. So, like... when I'm talking about the story, I could, like, talk about all the games up to Fusion and be like, it's really good. And then Adam Malkovich. And then we have to, like, rewind and go back to the manga and then talk about Other M. And, like, look at what they did. Look at how fucked up and bad it got. So it's like... There are 2 pathways for the story of Metroid. There's the good version, where you just play the 2D games, and you're like, eh, this is a nice little thing they're doing. And then there's the bad version, where you read the manga and play Other M, and awaken yourself to all of the trash. Does that also apply to Ravenbeak? Well, here's the thing. On its own, Dread mostly doesn't need any of the crap from the manga. The only thing that you have absolutely no context for is Samus having Chozo DNA. That's not stated anywhere except for the manga. That's the only thing that's, like, kind of confusing there. Although it... And then, outside of that, it, like, is fine. But there is the context of how it feels like a redemption after Other M and how it, like, tries to undo all the terrible shit from that. So there's that context to talk about. I could put, like, a choose-your-own-adventure in the video. Like, hey, if you want to pretend that the story of Metroid doesn't become a terrible, fucked-up shit show, skip here to talking about Metroid Dread. How the fuck am I supposed to speed boost that? So Samus is half chick? Not even half. Samus's DNA is all over the fucking place. Because she's human, she's got the Chozo DNA. And then in this game, she's got the Metroid DNA. So she's all kinds of fucked up as a weird hybrid thing. How do I get that? Aha. Someone just mod Zero Mission to have Samus mention her DNA in the prologue. I guess you could do that. Just add that little detail so you don't need to read the manga for full context for Dread. That'd be good. What impressive intelligence. Literally, I admire its purity. That's actually true. And this came before Prometheus and the aliens and all that shit, like the new ones. So they're actually mimicking Metroid now. Did I know there's an emergency in Sector 3? I've heard. Oh, you know, I could have speed boosted through that. I forgot there was a wall there. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I gotta do this fucking bullshit. You forgot that normal Earth food exists in Metroid? Earth exists in Metroid, actually, which I was surprised to learn. That I don't mind. That's one thing from the manga that doesn't make me want to vomit in my mouth. I mean, I don't really care one way or the other. This section's a lot easier when you have the space jump, by the way. But you know what? It's also a lot harder if you try to do this section early and you don't have the Varia suit, which you can also do. Samus has never been to Earth somehow? I mean, that's fine. Not everyone's been to every place. Isn't she from Zebes? No. See, this is some of the shit from the manga that's not terrible. Actually, it comes from Fusion. The endings show you Samus's backstory. Now, she was from, like, a human, like, mining colony that then gets, like, raided by the space pirates, and then the Chozo, like, find her as the sole survivor. Just like Newt from Aliens. I wonder if they sorted out the climate situation on Earth in Metroid. Well, they still exist, so the answer must be yes. They got to space travel before they wiped themselves out. That's the craziest science fiction concept of all. Alrighty. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink of water. You think the first couple chapters of the manga are fine, it just gets worse and worse? I would mostly agree. Like, when it's actually, like, the Samus backstory stuff with her on the colony and the space pirate attack, that's mostly fine. It's basically when Samus, like, grows up and, like, starts working for the Federation in the military, that's when it goes down fucking hill. She spent more time on Popstar than Earth. I think I've talked about this before on stream, but I don't know if anyone else feels this way. I think it would be cool if Nintendo is another example of backtracking, where it's just like, go back where you came. Like Zero Mission, there'd be like a new path that I could open with the wide beam or something to get back, you know? Anyway, it'd be cool if Nintendo just said, fuck it, all of our science fiction franchises take place in the same universe. Like, obviously, like Kirby, maybe not that one, because it's so cartoony and silly and crazy. But there is literally no reason that Metroid and F-Zero couldn't take place in the same universe, so why not? And then it would be super fucking cool if you had, like, an F-Zero game where Samus was, like, an unlockable racer. How awesome would that be if they ever made another F-Zero game, which they're not gonna do. She is canonically in Dreamland 3. Well, she's in it. I don't know if it's canonical, though. Okay, so here's a good example of, like, Special Edition is cool and lets you do cool stuff, but sometimes not always to the benefit of the game. Because, like, can't get up here right now. I could have the space jump and just go up there, or I can try to bomb jump my way up. You know, that's an option, too. But also, I like how you're supposed to do this, because it, like, requires using your new tools in ways where you gotta, like, oh, I can do this. You know? Like, that's part of the strength of Fusion. It says, fuck you, you gotta do it the way we tell you to do it. But the way they tell you to do it's pretty cool, so you're kind of like, huh, maybe they're onto something. Or like this section. If you have fucking space jump, you don't have to do any of this, because all these are like falling blocks. You can't stand on them. And that's a fun little sequence. This game's really well designed. Bomb jump is already in Fusion, though. You couldn't do infinite bomb jumps like that. The game would not let you. They're releasing a canceled F-Zero that was made for Virtual Boy. I saw that thing about, like, the 2 unreleased Virtual Boy games, but the other one isn't an F-Zero game. It's called, like, something. I forget what it's called, but it's not F-Zero. Or was it meant to be F-Zero, and then they, like, rebranded it? Is there anything here? Seems like there might be something there. I guess not. What's good about F-Zero? That it's one of the fastest, coolest, most technical, advanced racing games ever made. Specifically GX. I'm not, like, in love with the 2D Metroids. Like, they're good. They're fun. But the 3D Metroids, like, X, I think is really, really cool. And then, obviously, GX is legendary. If you want to know if everything's alright from the fucking Bubsy 3D video, it's fine. By the way, one of the things that we haven't been brushing up against in this game very much, because I'm just going the way you need to go, there are so many instances where this game just, like, tells you, no, you're not allowed to go back, for, like, literally no reason. Like, points of no return, like, you know, you fall from a big cliff and you can't get back up, fine. But sometimes it's like you go through a door and then they just lock the door behind you for literally no reason, and it annoys the shit out of me. They say, no, go where we tell you to go. That's something I would hope that in a future, like, update to Special Edition they can do away with. Because it's fucking dumb and annoying. Okay, I see. You like Ridley's personality in the manga? The personality of, I'm a bad guy. The devs of Ring Racers took influence from F-Zero GX for making it. Yeah, I could tell that when I watched a video on the mechanics of Ring Racers. There's definitely a lot of GX in there, which is cool. Oh wait, I didn't need to hit this. Oh god, okay, shut up. I didn't know that's what that would mean. Stop talking. Stop talking! Why can't I skip this? It's like another M cutscene. Is F-Zero GX a Sega game or a Nintendo game? Well, I mean, it is a Nintendo game, but it was made by Sega. Is Minish Cap a Nintendo game or a Capcom game? Here's the thing that was added in Special Edition. These are some cut rooms. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. It's gotta be in the middle right there, right? Oh, it's a power bomb. Fucking hell. I remember this one. Pretty cool. No offense, but you're using ad blocker? Not only is that okay, I encourage everyone to use ad blocker. Go for it. YouTube's ads are fucking ridiculous. I'm all in support of using ad block on YouTube. If you want to support me, just send me a single $1. And that's like 1,000 times more than YouTube will ever give me. So I want Samus hanging out with Star Fox and friends? Yeah, sure, why not? They're aliens. You can justify anthropomorphic animal people. I don't think it would be out of place. You did Spotify for YouTube Premium / YouTube Music. Worth it so far? Nice. I know a lot of people that do not like Spotify. I'm not a music person, so I don't use it. So I don't really know what the issues with it are. Oh, hey, look who it is! It's these fuckers. That's why you gotta save the animals. For the story. Do I think anime horror Metroid adaptation would work? I don't think going full horror would be appropriate for Metroid. I think, like the games, you go for, like, moody, atmospheric, with light horror and light action. I think that is the right approach. And there we go. Free all the animals. You get all them, and then... Oh, look at that. She's a mom. 'Cause Metroid. That's funny. Cute. Oh, fuck. There's a missile pack there. So the Resident Evil animated movies? I guess. I don't know. I have not watched those. What's worse, Mama Eggman? Mama Samus or Daddy Eggman? Well, the Samus Mom stuff is fine for the most part, when they do it not stupid. Am I excited for the new upcoming Dragon Ball Super Beerus? The what, who, and the what now? I thought Dragon Ball Super was, like, on hiatus or something. My controller just disconnected. Hello? Controller? There we go. What the fuck was that? Dragon Ball Super Remake? What? What is the point of that? God, look at how ugly that suit looks, by the way. Fucking Christ. It looks so bad. Cue flashbacks to the OG Pariah controller. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that was a problem. I guess that's everything I can do here right now. Where are we going now, video game? Tell me what to do, Adam. Oh, so now it's okay for me to use power bombs on a space station? Because last time, fucking Adam wouldn't authorize power bombs because it's fucking too dangerous or whatever bullshit. They are redoing the animation of early episodes of Super and probably making it more akin to the manga. Okay. That's fair, because I remember seeing a lot of screenshots of some really fucking bad-looking frames in Super. Which, you know, is really weird, because it's fucking Dragon Ball. You'd think they'd be able to afford that some budget, you know? How did they scoop up Adam's brain from fusion when it literally blew up? Maybe this Adam was uploaded, like, long before the events of Other M? The answer is that at the time of this game, it seems like the death of Adam probably was meant to have happened quite a while in the past. I believe that's a power bomb. Oh no, it's a screw attack. Money is never the problem. It's insanely tight deadlines and poor productions. I guess. I mean, you'd think they would have a good template on how to do Dragon Ball, like, in terms of, like, management and scheduling and timetables and shit, because they did it with the original show, and it looked great. And it had less technology. Like, you could do the same level of production of the original show in way less time nowadays. So you'd think it would be easier. said that high rankings are supposed to maintain their check-ins while they have their mines uploaded and copied. It doesn't say anything specific. It just says at the end, Samus is like, oh, I didn't know that they uploaded the mines of, like, military leaders or doctors or whatever. Something along those lines. Actually, hold on. Because there was another thing over here. With... Where was that? Oh, can't go that way. Not even Dragon Ball is immune to poor production management? I guess. You'd also think that, like, from the perspective of, like, working on Dragon Ball, you'd be like, it's Dragon Ball, we can't fuck this up, or the fans are gonna go ballistic. I guess that's true, Sona Rabbit. It's got the IP power, so you can afford to make it shit, and people will still eat it up because it's Dragon Ball. Very true, unfortunately. I feel like there's probably some... Oh yeah, look at this. Do they just have a ladder going all the way down, basically? If it can happen in One Punch Man, it can happen at any Sonic Jump property. My controller disconnected again. I think it's the USB port on my controller. If I, like, move my controller around in my lap too much, it disconnects. I gotta say, stone still for this. Anyway, I was gonna say, I would think Dragon Ball is the one that if it can happen to Dragon Ball, it can happen to anything. Come on. This part's a bitch. I mean, you don't have to do this. It's just for power bombs. But I'm gonna do it. Oh, fuck. What controller am I using? This is a... Power A something or other? Okay, but here's the bullshit. Those fucking floor tiles also fall out from under you. Those bastards. Who remembers GT? Well, I haven't watched very much GT, but from what I remember, like, it wasn't poorly animated. Maybe I haven't seen much of it. I think that's everything, yeah. That is everything. Oh yeah, here's a weird thing I was thinking about. So, Ridley's flying around there, right? Keep that in mind, that y'all saw Ridley flying around. No, that's Nightmare? Oh, the silhouette looks like Ridley. Return to the ship. Okay, sure. Is Ridley a dinosaur? He's an alien. Oh yeah, this. That was a cool part. Subverting the elevator stuff. After 4 games of reliable elevators, they start to fuck with you a little. There he is. There's our boy. And these things. These totally not xenomorphs. Which is like the 5th thing that's totally not a xenomorph in Metroid. Oh, I got a speed boost through here. If I saw Ridley in real life, do I think I could beat him in a fight? Well, no, because it would trigger my PTSD. And I'd be reduced to a helpless, worthless little girl. See what I'm talking about? Why is this locked? Why is that locked for no reason? Fucking annoying. Actually, hold on. Nope, can't go there either, because they just said no. You're not allowed to use the doors for some fucking reason. Did I ever try the X look in here or Dread? I mean, they look pretty much the same, don't they? They're little floating gelatin blobs. Adam said no, I guess. Look at that. This is what I was thinking of when I was saying in Super. That they got on Samus's ship. This is what I was thinking. You're excited to see Iron Lung tomorrow? What's that? Here we go. Markiplier's movie? Oh yeah, I saw some shit about that. YouTuber movie or whatever. Is it out? Does it have reviews? Does it look good? Because I don't know. I feel like YouTuber makes a movie is a recipe for disaster. You feel like it'll be mid at best? The indie game creators was involved with the movie. It's based on a game? I've never heard of this game. What is it? I haven't paid any attention to this, because... I don't know. I don't really care. Like, YouTuber makes a movie doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just curious on the movie itself, if it's any good or worth my time or whatever. As an indie movie, so it'll probably be mid? What's that supposed to mean? There's lots of good indie movies. What you talking about? The game is based on a really interesting concept. This is like an entire universe that I didn't even know existed that y'all are talking about. Iron Lung is a horror game. Okay. Well, thankfully, horror games have a great history of being made into movies. That never goes poorly. Alright, if there was a time where I was gonna die, this is one of them. But I got so much fucking health, I'll be fine. Horror game where you drive a submarine around? Okay. I've never heard of this. Submarine dropped an ocean of blood. It could be a movie, but you know if it'd actually be good. Well, that is an interesting premise. Maybe I'll look at a trailer. Am I doing a deathless run? Yes, I am. I bet, chat, that I'm gonna do this deathless, but then I never came up with what the consequences of the bet are if I fail. What are the consequences of the bet if I fail, everyone? Stream FNAF 4 next. I was probably gonna do that anyway, honestly. Look at that. Total bitch. Much harder when you only have 3 energy tanks and no super missiles. I will replay Other M. You don't want to see that. I have to play Superman 64? Oh god. Don't make me do that, please. World record for most fake blood in a movie production? Okay. I have to make a video on Superman 64? No. I have to play Mega Man powered up. I already did that. Oh shit. I can't see. I think this might be a moment where you have to get caught by it. I'm not sure. Does it go away? Fuck it. Excuse me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get away from me! There we go. Play that one Neopet Zelda ripoff? No. I'm good, honestly. Why is everyone telling me to play Superman 64 if I die? I don't want to fucking play that. Do y'all really want me to suffer like that? Yes. Because I like Bubsy 3D means I'll surely like that one. It does not mean that at all. I might love Superman 64 like Bubsy 3D. I don't think I will. I don't like contemporary 3D superhero games. Why is this door locked? This is the shit. I can't fucking stand this. I want to go get the fucking power-ups over there, and I can't because the video game says no for no reason. That's what makes 100%ing this game such a bitch, by the way. Because there's so many points of no return, and like, oh, you can't actually go this way. You have to go all the way around. You gotta go to a different sector to get to this area in this sector to pick up one fucking missile tank. I know the power's out. I'm talking from a video game design perspective. It's goddamn stupid. If I die, I have to play Mario DDR. I mean, I don't have a Dance Dance Revolution pad. So that would basically just be me playing with a D-pad, which would not be difficult. Then I'm just playing Friday Night Funkin', right? Oh, this is the way back. If I die, I play Hotel Mario. I mean, I guess the whole point of a bet like this is I have to do something I don't want. Ah! Okay, well, that's complete horseshit. Why does that fight start like that? Fine, you know what? I'm so confident I'm not gonna die, I'll do it. If I die, I'll stream Superman 64. You got me? You got nothing. Have you seen me? I've been tearing through this game. I ain't fucking dying. Look at how much energy tanks I have. Don't do it, Superman 64's ass? Yeah, but I'm not gonna die, so it doesn't even matter. We could say anything. We could say that I have to stream every single David Cage game, and it won't matter, because I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna say that, though. Okay, so now the doors will be operating. Yeah, sure. Don't jinx yourself. I'm jinxing nothing. No. Up here. Also, doing this area early, these enemies are a bitch. Because they're balanced for late game when you have a bunch of E-tanks, so they do so much fucking damage. You die in like 2 hits to them if you try to do that area early. It is a fucking nightmare. Are David Cage games good? No. David Cage makes some of the worst crap in all of video games. I say that with zero hyperbole. Arrogance will cost me. When has my arrogance ever led me astray on this stream? Never. That's when. There are no examples you can think of. What is a David Cage game? It's like watching the worst French film you've ever seen. But it's 10 hours long, so the suffering never ends. I have so much time for the well. Yeah, and I did have enough time for the well. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I thought there was something there. I remembered. Are people pretending fusion's really difficult as a joke or something? Fuck. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this game is super hard. Do I care about choice-based story games? Not hugely, I guess. It depends on the game and the story, really. I played Telltale's Walking Dead, and I like that. Fuck me. Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Oh yeah, Mass Effect. I do like me some Mass Effect quite a bit. I mean, I'd probably say Mass Effect is, like, the most well-written, like, sci-fi, like, universe work in a video game. At least that I've ever encountered. I suppose it means I like Dispatch? I don't know. I'm kind of sick of superheroes. Not kinda. I might give it a look eventually. I should play The Wolf Among Us? I don't know. It doesn't really interest me. I have never really been one for, like, fairy tale-based things. I'm just not into it, really. Oh yeah, this room. This room where you come in here and you power bomb and you're like, there's nothing in here. There's never nothing in here. Every room has a purpose. Have I played Ace Attorney? Yes, I played the first two. They're very good. Have I played any Spider-Man games, like Ultimate or Web of Shadows? I've played Shattered Dimensions. I like that. The DS Spider-Man games also are really sick. Like, actually, why is this game so awesome? I'll probably talk about them eventually. Speaking of Ace Attorney, is something up? What happened to Ace Attorney? Not fairy tales, they're fables, but I figured, shut up. Sector 5, I don't remember what we're doing at this point. Oh, this is Nightmare. That's what's up. Look at that speedrun tech. Metroid Master! Everyone give me my deserved props. Hello? Controller? Controller disconnected again. So these researchers made this fucking weapon and called it the Nightmare. I should probably look into wireless controllers. Maybe. I don't like worrying about batteries, so it's a pain in the ass. Yeah. Yeah. What would I name my horrifying bioweapon? You probably just would get, like, you know, a project, like, codename thing. It would just be a combination of letters and numbers, most likely. Mr. Scary. No, military projects are named, like, computer components. You make, like, a devastating attack helicopter, and it's called, like, the HS-21. It's not called the Annihilator. Should have named it something like Cupcake. Yeah, the researchers are like, I let my daughter name all of the projects. You can definitely feel the change in level design once you get Space Jump and they're like, fuck it. It's just big squares. You know what? Just to be safe, I'm not gonna die. But we are about to go fight Nightmare. So, let's be safe here. Coward. It's just a precaution. Look, that's part of the design of Metroid. In the speedrun risk-reward, I just wasted time by going into that room to save. What I think of the music in this game? It's good. It's no Zero Mission. Zero Mission, I think, has better music. Superman 64, that's right. Superman 64 is awaiting me. But not really, because I'm not gonna die. This thing sucks. This is a terribly designed boss. This and Ridley are fucking awful. Terribly designed boss, does it kill you in unfair ways? Yes. Especially Ridley. That was just me sucking. This phase is fine. Nothing wrong with this. Here's where the shit happens. Because then it starts to fucking just move around like this fucking... What am I supposed to do to this? This is as bad as it ever gets in Metroid, with just like, why make attacks? Just fling the big hitbox around on the screen. Like, literally. This is the best I can do. Yeah. If you can, like, bait its movement to do that, it can be okay. But it's very unreliable, because you're like, is it gonna move in the way I need it to move to do that? Sometimes it does, sometimes it's like, okay, well, that was just unavoidable. Oh boy, oh boy. Please die. Hate this fucking piece of shit boss. Oh, I got it. I got it. Woo! That fucking thing sucks so much ass. I guess you could say it's a bad boss, I know. There we go. Bryce save from Superman 64 for now. That's one of the danger spots. The other one is Ridley. As long as we get through those without issue, we're fine. Nah, fuck. This looks so much better. Yes, this is the best look in this game, sprite-wise. Clever how it gives you the gravity suit. Well, that's this whole game. You always get, like, the abilities from the boss that it was using. When I got the Various suit, it was a big orb that had a barrier of little other orbs protecting it. Is there a recharge station around, by the way? Because this leads right to this game's Meridia. I guess we're just going. See, it looks good here in the sprites. In-game, it still doesn't look great. Or not in-game, in the artwork. Oh, that's probably another speed booster. This version's better? Yeah, this version is definitely better than actual Meridia, for sure. I remember getting stuck here really badly when I first played this game. Maybe the fusion suit in general could use more detail. Well, you know, when you consider that it was made for a Game Boy Advance game. It's like, okay, they did as much as they could. Wow, those things even survived power bombs. There's a Devious puzzle with bombs in this. I think I know what you're talking about. Just a part where I would not think that that's where I go. A little bit of, like, OG Metroid 1. Like, wait, that was a bombable block? It didn't really stand out. Wow, that's a fucking precise hitbox on that. What the fuck? What's my opinion of BTS? I don't know what that is. So here's a question I have about the X. Why did they make them? Here's the part. Yeah, these blocks right here. I would get stuck on that because I did not know that you're supposed to destroy that. Also, there's the way back. Yeah, I was fucking running around in this area for a while going, what the fuck do I do? Yeah, why did they make the X? Like, why did they make this, like, weird gelatinous blob creature? Like, what was the purpose of it creatively? Like, is it story-wise just to have, like, another super dangerous, deadly predator that we have to stop because Metroid? And gameplay-wise, it's like... the only, like, thing that the X really add is that enemies can, like, morph into different enemies. Which isn't that huge of a deal, you know? So maybe it was a story-first decision? I don't know. Oh my god. I guess part of it is so we can keep having the same fucking enemies and shit, even after they're all dead in Super. Because they wrote themselves into a corner? I mean, you could just not have a deadly predator that you need to stop. It could just be a different thing. There could just be a bad guy or something, you know? Sorry. Not only did I sneeze there, I bumped the microphone. With my face. Oh yeah, this really weird way that they try to make use of the diffusion missiles in this. Very bizarre design. They do a good job of, like, teaching you all the things you need to know in this game. I can't go back. This, I think you can't get through without the screw attack. Because you can't destroy this thing. What do I think of Samus as a character? Question. Am I counting other M when you say that? Is that not a thing to go down? That looks like such a thing to go down. Both? With other M, definitely no. Without it, I mean, there's not much there, but yeah, it's fine. Oh, I see. I gotta do this. What the hell did other M do? Go watch my stream archive of it if you want to know. Alright. Gotta be something up there, right? Oh, I see. That's probably the path back up. Even DK64 has fans, but not other M. I mean, there's gotta be people out there that like other M somehow. And I hope they get the help they need. You know, although, when you think about it, maybe we should be thanking other M. Because it being bad helps. Because imagine if they didn't make other M and we didn't get this terrible 3D Metroid that's really boring and shitty and has a bad story, then what would have happened? You know what would have happened? Dread would have had that shit in it. So, you know, other M was a good opportunity for Sakamoto to get that trash out of his system. Absolutely no one considers it the best Metroid. Rightfully. Why is that guy in charge of Metroid? It doesn't make any sense. Well, he has been working on it since the beginning, and he did direct Super Metroid, and this game, and Zero Mission. So he's got a track record of doing real good shit. He just probably shouldn't write the story. Am I on the endgame collectathon? I'm not gonna fucking do that shit. I'm just grabbing what I can along the way, but 100%ing this game is a fucking pain in the ass. Didn't he direct Dread? No, he was a producer on it. I did not approve of bypassing security. See, even this game where it's like telling you where to go and what to do, you still defy the instructions at points. And then in other M, it's like, listen to Adam all the time. He's always right. Maybe it's just a translation error. We played in Japanese with accurate subtitles. No, it's just bad. Who directed Dread? One of the Mercury Steam dudes. I don't remember the name. Mercury Steam is a Spanish studio, I believe. Oh shit. The SAX is tracking you, which has appeared for like 5 seconds 3 times. It's really not that big of a factor in this game, honestly. They really dropped the ball with the SAX, I would say. A lot of potential that they didn't do that much with. Yeah, okay, so just head straight there. It's definitely better your first time playing. I mean, it still only shows up like 3 times. So yeah, here's the thing. That's a red security door, normally, but you can see this right here. This was added in Special Edition, so you can come to this area early. What voice actor would I want for Samus in a Metroid anime? I don't know. Hold on. They literally want you to use that, like, 2-frame window to get this. I don't know, I've never really thought about who should voice Samus, because I'm like, Samus barely speaks. Tara Strong doing her Timmy voice would be good. Oh yeah, that's very fitting for Samus. Does the special edition add Virgil? It's not a DMC special edition. Get Troy Baker to voice her.
Warning, no entry without authorization. 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 Warning, no entry without authorization.
Your mom should voice Samus.
Warning, no entry without
It could be like Catherine Fullbody, where there's a voice actress pack, and you can pick what Samus's voice is gonna be.
Warning, no entry without.
I didn't know about this, by the way, when I first played it, that you can fucking break that open. This fight's a lot harder when you don't do that. If this is a special edition, why do you not feel special? That's on you. Look, everyone's special in their own little way, and when everyone's special, no one is. The pissed off Xbox has returned. I guess it kind of looks like an Xbox. You know, this thing doesn't use the fucking... the wave beam. I guess literally this thing does, but not the boss.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning.
It's
no
literally
entry
called Box,
without
so it doesn't help. That thing's called Box? I didn't know that.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry
I'm curious.
without
If I try to
authorization.
leave right now, is the SAX gonna show up? Because I was instructed to leave right away.
Authorization.
I actually want to check that,
Warning, no entry without authorization.
because I've never seen what happens if I try to leave.
Warning, no entry
That would be
without
cool.
authorization.
Oh wait, I can't go anywhere else. That's right, I'm stuck here.
Entry without authorization.
Missed opportunity to, like, you know, have the way back. You can try to go, because you were instructed to leave immediately. And then the SAX is that way, so you can't go that way. That would have been cool.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning. No entry without authorization.
All right.
Warning.
On to the final stretch of the game.
Warning. No entry without authorization.
Oh, shit. So many babies. And this is cool, having all the Metroid forms. And then, oh shit, something's happening.
Fire alert. This sector will soon be locked down. 60
Sucks to suck.
to isolation lockdown.
Bye. So stiff, baby. Please stop. You're unclear. Could we enter without authorization? It was to remind you to go that way. I get it. Fucking SAX can't aim for shit. I know, right? And those were fucking newborn Metroids. And here we go. I mean, this shouldn't be surprising after Other M. There are 10 SAX aboard the station, which you never encounter. Kind of weird. This is a sequel to Other M? Well, Other M is a prequel to this. See, that's not actually accurate. After playing Other M, Adam Malkovich showed no compassion at all. He was very much a machine obsessed with duty, exactly. Okay, check this. So you're supposed to use diffusion missiles for this, but when I was playing earlier, I came here without diffusion missiles. It is actually possible to get that. Dude sent his brother to death with a straight face. That's totally true! Completely contradicts what was established in this game. Other M sucks. Thank God Other M doesn't exist. We should all just pretend Other M was a fever dream, and that it's not real and it never happened. Oh yeah, this is a weird room. You gotta, like, kill enough of these so that way they form together to make this thing. And it's, like, only vulnerable, like, when it's attacking or something? Or when it's not attacking? I don't fucking know. See? Like, what? What am I doing wrong against this thing? Weird thing. Like, I just don't understand. Alright, here is point number 2 where we could potentially have a death, but probably not. you can just try to plow through Ridley in a DPS race. Oh, this room is also confusing to me. There's nothing in here. What is this room? Is this supposed to be like a room to grind for resources for the boss fight? I have no idea. All right, will Pariah need to play Superman 64? Let's find out. X Ridley is like ridiculously gigantic, by the way. Like, how am I supposed to avoid these attacks when it's just like this hitbox that takes up like half the screen, just like moving directly toward you? The good thing I have way too much health. Okay, can't duck under that. It's too... Okay. Okay. How do I not get hit? This boss is such ass. But... Okay. Yeah, when you have a shit ton of health and missiles, just fucking brute force it. You know what would make this game better? Sam's having a PTSD breakdown after seeing Ridley. Yeah, no PTSD this time. After last time, she got over it. Maybe every other time Samus encounters Ridley, she has a PTSD breakdown. Maybe in the next game, she'll freak out. I should have lost. I should have. I mean, that fight sucks. But I did it terribly. I just had so much health that you can just power through. Oh, hello. What's this? I haven't found this room before. What is this room? Oh, I think I know what's up. I gotta kill you, and then you go somewhere else. Okay, that fucked up the room. I wasn't supposed to pick that up. This is weird, but okay. Doesn't even flinch at Kraid coming back? Well, to be fair, Kraid didn't kill her parents. Can I just... Yeah, I can just do that. Where does this go? What's in here? Oh. I guess I should have expected something that I don't need. Yep, done with this area. Now we are on to finish the game. Right? I don't think there's anything else left to do at this point. Do I like Ridley's loud-ass scream in this game? I wouldn't say I like it. There's an actual lore reason why Kraid's all tied up in ZDR? Well, they show it in the pictures. I forget. He's just like, I don't know, they capture him for some reason. Oh, you see that? That Metroid husk from 2? Turns out I'm not the only Metroid that escaped from the restricted lab area. Your theory is that Chozo abused Kraid's race? I mean, it's hard to say. Because the Kraids in, like, Metroid 1 and Super, they're just kind of hanging around. I guess here'd be the real twist. What if Kraid's species was actually native to ZDR instead of, Zebes? They had a whole statue built in their honor? In whose honor? What statue? What are you talking about? I might be forgetting things. But you're not talking about the statues, like, to the final boss area in Metroid 1, are you? That's video game shit. The hubris of man. Just like Other M. That was about hubris, right? Except this game is, like, not embarrassing about it. It's literally Other M is just a retread of this game. This is a problem in a lot of Metroid games, starting with this one. Long scenes of just a character talking at you exposition. Dread has this too. The story. This is so much better than Other M. With such less actually being done, it's so much better. Oh, except for this part. See, this makes me think that this AI was, like, copied from Adam before he died. Dude, this is some SA2 shit. There you go. That's what all this Adam Malkovich crap was for. Was it worth it? No. But it's the price we had to pay, so Sakamoto could make his fucking self-insert character. I don't know what the fuck. It's fine for this game, but what it led to... Oh no. This is the moment she gives the thumbs down, right? Shut the fuck up. Don't you even. How fucking dare you? Oh, can't go that way. Game says no. Well, surely I can get this pickup, right? Okay. I can't go this way. If you don't get all the pickups at that point, you just lock yourself out 100%. You just can't do it. There we go. Samus's iconic thumbs down. You know, that should really be one of her, like, win poses in Smash Bros, I think. That was very important. I needed those power bombs, by the way. How could I get by without them? I hope Special Edition has an update to remove all the random-ass locked doors. That would be nice, because it's a fucking pain in the ass. Yeah, this way. What does Special Edition do? Whole bunch of shit. Makes you able to do a bunch of sequence breaks. Very cool. Oh shit, here it is. The SAX is actually a really easy fight. There you go. Oh, wait! Now it gets even easier. I don't even understand this. You just... It's dead. That's it? All that fucking buildup of, oh my god, the SAX! And then it transforms into this big monster! Oh, it's dead. It's really weird. You like that the SAX is weak now? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it should have felt like more of a duel or something. Not a stomping. No Crocomire. That's true. Alright, here we go. I like this screen, by the way. Looks really good. As like the front of the ship.
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination planet SR-388.
Let's do it.
Activated.
This has been a very smooth stream. Look at that. Under 3 hours of real time. In-game time doesn't count like all the cutscenes and door transitions and stuff, I think. So we'll see what my in-game time is. I think we'll get maximally nude Samus. No deaths yet. It's pretty much impossible at this point to die. Wait, hold on. This is important. I need this. What would I do if I didn't have this power bomb? Suddenly Ridley theme? Yeah, I guess it's a little weird they're playing Ridley's theme right now, but whatever. Oh my god. Honestly, I think this is kind of lame. I guess it's supposed to be cool that we're seeing this in not... Oh yeah, this happens sometimes in Special Edition. That this is happening not in Metroid 2, 8-bit, you can barely tell what the fuck you're looking at. But, the fact that you're just fighting what used to be an enemy, I don't know, kind of lame for the final boss. This part's also weird to me. I don't think the SAX is trying to protect Samus right here, right? I think it's just following its own, like, inclination to try to kill the Metroid. I think. That's it. It's dead. Not in love with the orange on this, by the way. The purple looks better. I do like Samus' ship in this game in Dread, though. I think it looks really cool. Probably her coolest looking ship, I'd say. Boss fight with time limit? I guess that's supposed to be the thing. Is that you're fighting that boss during the escape sequence is kind of cool. The perfect military mind, the wisdom of Adam Malkovich. It's all over again. See? It's just like they're uploaded to computers. Okay, sure. Incredible reunion with Adam. Thank God he's back. Yeah, this is like, what are we on about? This is where they start to go a little off the rails, but like, what is this speech? Did the soul of Adam take control of the ship? Some of this writing could be a little better. Aww. That's like really sentimental for the animals from Super Metroid, but sure. It's like Spider-Man. Do the right thing. You don't know how it could pay off. There you go. Metroid 4, but really, technically 4.5, because Other M is the real Metroid 4, as we all know. What a swell game. I'd say it's more than that. Coming back to it, I think that Fusion kicks ass. I think this game is awesome. Other M doesn't exist, that's right. We all just ignore it. Am I going to stream Samus Returns next? On the Metroid docket, but I think next stream will finally be FNAF 4. I think I've put it off for long enough. You'd love to pretend Other M doesn't exist. It's unfortunate that the stink of that affects this and Dread. You like Fusion because it has way more unique and special experience? I get that, but like the design of Zero Mission is so immaculate. The world design, the gameplay, level design, enemies, bosses, like everything is so well done in that game. Like crazy well done. Now try Super Metroid X Fusion, because yes. Before I start fucking around with ROM hacks or whatever, total conversions and all that, I just want to play through the official stuff. I was thinking about it. I might try some, total conversion ROM hacks, or maybe even a randomizer. I've never done a Metroid randomizer. How'd I do? What's my report card gonna say? Ayo! We got it. Bam! Under 2 hours. 73%. Honestly, I like this look for Samus way more than, like, Zero Mission on. Like, she still looks like a hot lady here, but she looks, like, big and cool and strong and like a bounty hunter. This is probably the best she's ever looked, in my opinion. Alright, that's it. Metroid Fusion. Ugh. Good times. I ended up doing that pretty goddamn fast. Faster than expected. How about that? Is everyone willing to acknowledge my Metroid skill and mastery? Everyone made fun of me in all the other Metroid streams because it was my first time in a long time playing them. What you got to say now, fuckers? Nice clean run, not even a single death? That's right. That's right. Didn't get to see the death animation, rip. It's true. Average Metroid player, to be honest. That's above average. Most average Metroid players play through the game once, at most, and then that's it. This is after, like, several playthroughs and learning a lot of the stuff. No Superman 64 for me, thank God. No Superman 64. Demo even teach you how to do the mini screw attack? Oh yeah, this Redux did that too, where it like edits the demos to like show advanced tech. It's pretty cool. Anyway, that is it for me. I'm calling the stream here. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. We'll see. But it will probably be FNAF 4 next. So look forward to that, everybody that's been on my case about it. Undo Dread next? No, for Metroid next up is Samus Returns. Then Dread. I was thinking, should I stream the Prime games, actually? Because, like, they're cool, and I would like to do that, but also the Prime games are, like, long. Like, Metroid Prime 1, that's like a 14-hour-long game. Something like that. If you don't, like, know what to do, which I don't. Prime Remaster could trim down to like 5 hours? I mean, I could. Maybe if I, like, again, did playthroughs and learned the game and how to get through it efficiently, but I don't know if I'm going to want to do that because the Prime games aren't as fun as the 2D games. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll see. Anyway, I'm calling it here. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.